This is Bharat FM.
बजेगा भारत झूमेगा भारत.
ये है भारत.
Namaskar, Sat Sri Akal, welcome and adab. You are listening to Bharat FM, a one of its kind, multilingual, eclectic provider of entertainment, information, and news to Indian Americans. Headquartered in Cincinnati, Ohio, Bharat FM airs shows out of Cincinnati, Chicago, and Phoenix. We take pleasure in our ability to cater to your bhakti, chusti, sfurti, shakti, and masti needs with our audio and visual shows. Check out bharatfm.com for our online program schedule and archives. I'm sure the content will definitely tickle your senses. Tune in via the 24-hour web streaming on bharatfm.com or via the Bharat FM app. More information can be procured at 513-488-5070.
Namaste. Good morning and happy Republic Day. Namaste, Ashish.
Good morning. Good morning,
Good
Sapna.
morning. A very happy Republic Day to you.
Happy Republic
And
Day.
yes. So today we are going to talk about breath. And we come in this world, we inhale. We leave this world, we exhale. And in between our birth and our death, or the one constant thing that we're doing is we're breathing. Day in, day out, we don't stop breathing. No matter what we do, we breathe. But how much attention do we pay to our breath? How much do we know about our breath? That is basically life. So it's such an important topic, and there is so much. There's so much to talk about it. So we are going to start with a very small and simple thing of something that's very powerful. And
And before you start, let me be very honest. I usually never pay attention to how I am breathing. So
okay, then
this will be a very interesting session for me for sure.
this will be more than interesting. It will be very, very important. This will could be life changing. And I'll make sure that you follow the practice that we're doing today. It's very simple,
Yes.
and we'll see how life changes for you, and then we can tell our audience how it has changed for you, and they can
Yes.
take inspiration from you. Yeah, it has been big for me, and we'll talk about it before we get into our technique or a little simple exercise. I want to talk about few things. Let's start with how's your breath when you are very happy, very excited. Tell me, Ashish.
Uh, Again, as I said, I usually
You
never
don't.
pay attention.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I can tell
Think.
you that if I'm excited, I think I breathe faster. I As I
Yeah.
said, I didn't pay attention, but it looks like I might be breathing a little faster.
And how do you breathe when you're sad?
Slower, I guess. I mean,
Slow,
yeah, very slow.
barely
Yeah,
going in. It's really
yeah.
shallow.
Hmm.
And after you've run a 5K,
Oh,
supposing
I'm out of breath. That's
you're out of breath,
yes,
and you're
yes,
trying, your body's telling you, you breathe, you breathe
yes,
out.
yes.
Your
Right,
body's trying to take in more oxygen, right?
right.
So your your body, your breath is changing based on how you're feeling.
Mm.
The only tangible connection between our self and our mind is breath. Well, then our breath is the lagam. If
I see.
our mind was a horse, the breath is the lagam, and
And
that is
you are absolutely right about that because whenever you are angry, people tell you
breathe.
take a breath,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And that's
So
how you become calm.
there is this magical thing we have is, so let me just put it in a very systematic way. So when you're happy, your breath changes. When you're sad, your breath changes. When you're excited, your breath changes. When you're angry, your breath changes, right? But if you change your breath voluntarily, you can change your emotion. So it works the other way around. That is a good news.
Mm.
So that is why do they tell you that when you're angry, why do they tell you to take a deep breath? because if you voluntarily change your breath, you can change your emotion. So it works both ways. And if you voluntarily don't pay attention to the breath and keep breathing shallow, your mind is going to get messed up. So we are dealing with so much depression around the world. The stress and depression numbers are at all-time high. Why? Because nobody's paying attention to the breath. They're so involved in what is happening around them. Or even if life is okay, everything is fine in life, they're watching a TV show which is full and scary, and they're sitting like this and they're not paying attention to their breath. They're breathing really shallow and really slow. And that is affecting their mind, their digestive system, their everything, the nervous system. And nobody realizes that we are hampering ourselves by not paying attention to our breath. And there is research out there, and I had read a research paper where over the years, as we evolved, our quality of breath has deteriorated. And I think we are probably at the worst right now. So, how cavemen was breathing versus we are breathing, it is a big difference. And there is so much research out there about that. And that is probably a very big reason why there are so many diseases and so many mental issues that we are facing in this world today. One simple change, and we're going to talk about that today, uh, can alter our lives in a very, very big way. Because you just see you are angry and you hold yourself back and just do 5 deep breaths and see how you feel. You know that you probably have done that
Yeah.
at some point. Everybody's done that at some point. So you have this magic wand right here with you. All you have to do is be conscious of it. And there is where the problem is. People are not conscious about it. So when we do this little exercise, I'm going to talk about how you can make this as a part of your life. Like you need some tools and techniques to make it your routine, to remind yourself of this. And then how eventually you make this a habit. So we're going to talk about how to make breathing right a habit. So it's we're going to go through a good exercise. I'm excited about it. So before that, I want to talk about the nervous systems in our body, the parasympathetic nervous system and sympathetic nervous system. Now let's go back to the Stone Age, the caveman. Okay, the caveman is out hunting. He's out hunting and he sees a tiger. What happens? He goes into a flight or flight mode. His sympathetic nervous system is triggered, and that is how our body is programmed. So what happens when this sympathetic nervous system is triggered? Our pupils dilate. There's a rush of adrenaline and cortisol, and there is a rush of insulin, because all the body wants to do is protect you, right? So what it does is it takes away energies. So the autonomic nervous system, which controls your heart, your digestive system, even your blinking of your eyes, it takes away resources from there, because it wants to put all the resources in making you run fast and protect yourself from a threat. So this tiger is a threat, or a perceived threat. So when sympathetic nervous system is triggered and all these actions are happening, your digestion is becoming really slow, the digestive juices are not flowing, and your heart is beating faster, and there is so much insulin, and now you're running, now this insulin gets used, and then you come back, you're back home safe, and everything is normal back again. So this was designed to protect you, right? Fast forward 2021, there are these tigers around you, living with you day in and day out. Your boss, maybe your spouse, your child, like it or not. Or even if everything on in these matters is all right, a television show that really scares you, or it could be something that's happening in the world, the president of this United States, or the virus, or so many other things that are putting you in this flight or fight mode, that your body is suddenly going in. Yeah, those gears are changing. So what is happening is this insulin is getting rushed. You think about your boss, you see your boss, and suddenly your sympathetic nervous system is triggered, and there's this rush of insulin, this rush of these hormones, but you're not running. So
You're
where
not
will
right.
the insulin go? You're just
Mm.
sitting there, right? Smiling. You're sitting there
Yeah.
pretending to smile. So where will insulin go? It just goes
Mm.
and sits in the liver, and then there's diabetes, and there is XYZ, right?
Okay.
So, and there's hormonal balance, because suddenly these hormones have been triggered, but then they have not been utilized. So
Mm.
there
Who
is
would have thought breathing is related to diabetes?
Yeah, it is. And there is research so much out there, and our forefathers have given us a very, they've explained the science so much, but we haven't gone to the depth of it. That is the problem. So let's talk about so how so what I'm going to focus on digestion today because that one topic is very close to my heart. And I still struggle because my kids like to watch TV when they're eating. Parag likes to watch TV when he's eating. And in yoga, there's this whole concept called mitahar. Mitahar is yogic way of eating, and we can have a whole different episode on that. I'm not going to focus on mitahar more a whole lot, but I'm going to pick one topic, which is how we eat. Now there is so much out there. You eat organic, you eat superfoods, you eat intermittent fasting, you do this. There's so much about what you eat, when you eat, but nobody talks about how you eat, right?
Right.
If your sympathetic nervous system is triggered and your digestive juices are not flowing because your body is trying to protect you, your digestion is slow, and then you eat this very expensive organic superfood, it's not going to digest. You are not what you eat, you are what you absorb. If you're not
Hmm.
absorbing those nutrients, hey,
Not
what's the
going
whole
to.
point of eating? The
Hmm.
yogis in the past, they didn't have these fancy foods. They would go, they would ask for bhiksha, and they would get whatever people gave them.
Give
Sometimes it
them.
would
Right.
be just a little bit of leftover. So they ate that with so much love and gratitude. And that
Hmm.
is what made it assimilate in the body, and that is what made them strong. So it was not about what they ate, it was how they ate.
How do you eat? Hmm.
How do you eat it? And speaking of how do you eat, the other thing about in Mitahar is you should eat as if you're offering this to God. Like your body is your temple, and when you eat, you're offering it to God. What happens today when you see a plate of food? You just go and gobble it up, right? You don't think who made it for you. This food has come from a farmer, it has come all the way. There is absolutely no gratitude. Like kids today have no gratitude for their parents. I mean, forget the food, right? And then television, the distraction. I have to force myself. I'm not going to touch my phone until I eat my food, and it is hard.
Yeah,
So
it is.
that
Hmm.
constant distraction, your mind is somewhere else. You're not paying attention to what you're eating, and that food is not getting absorbed. And in this whole process, when your mind is distracted, your breath is so that there's no rhythm. It is constricted. It is bumpy. And when the breath is like that, your system is in that flight or fight mode,
Hmm.
and you are not your system is not at its optimum to digest what you're eating.
Right.
So, but the good news is there are very simple techniques how we can change this,
Okay.
profoundly in very easy way. You don't have to be doing yoga. If yoga is not your thing, it's okay. You don't have to be doing yoga. You still have the ability to heal right here. Your body
Hmm.
wants to heal, and the body has the ability to heal, but it's matter of just giving it that space to heal. And how? Using your breath. So uh, let's uh, let's jump to doing this little exercise. You know,
Hmm.
I'm going to you're going to close your eyes, and I'm going to say a few things, and uh, and we'll talk about it after we get done. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I should I also close my eyes?
Yeah, I'll tell you. I'll
Okay.
instruct you all throughout the way. Okay. Let's start. Let's sit in a comfortable position. If you're sitting in a chair, don't slouch in the chair. Just make sure your spine is straight. Make sure there is no distraction around you. If you're wearing glasses, take them off. You don't need glasses for the next few minutes. Your palms down on your lap. So when your palms are behind your knees, your spine is straight. And uh, ask yourself, close your eyes, and close your eyes gently. See, when you close your eyes, you were like this. So close your eyes very gently.
Okay.
Smile on your face and close your eyes gently. Relax your shoulders, relax your face. Take a deep breath and exhale. And ask yourself this question: how is my breath? How am I feeling? Is my breath comfortable or is it restricted? Observe. Take another deep breath in and slowly and gently exhale all the air out. Now, keeping your eyes closed, face relaxed, smile on your face. Put your left hand on your heart center and right hand on top of your left hand. Inhale into your hand. Feel your ribcage expanding. Very slowly exhale all the air out. Inhale gently into your hand. Feel the calm. Feel the relaxation. And now, even more slowly, exhale everything out. One more time. Inhale, expand your chest. Feel your ribcage moving in all four directions. And slowly and gently exhale. Feel the calm and peace within you. Feel your heart beating. Now, slowly take your left hand on your navel and right hand on top of your left hand. Inhale, belly goes out. Exhale, belly squeezes towards your spine. Embrace the change that's coming in you. Inhale, belly out. Fill yourself with a lot of oxygen. And slowly and gently squeezing your belly in. Exhale all the air out. This belly breathing is more calming and grounding than your heartbeat breathing. Another deep inhale. Hold that smile. And exhale slowly. Feel relaxed. Feel nourished. Keeping your eyes closed, keep your hands on your palm, on your laps. Keep your palms on your laps. And you'll take a deep inhale. On your exhale, we'll hum. Feel the vibrations of this hum moving in your body. Now another deep inhale and even a stronger hum. Let the vibrations from this hum restore you. Take a deep inhale. Now gently open your eyes and tell me how you felt.
Calm, relaxed.
Yes. So now what happened here was you triggered your parasympathetic nervous system. When you practice a breathing rhythm like this, like you just did, what you're doing is you're triggering your parasympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for relaxation, for restoration, for nourishment. And when you are in this state, your digestive juices are flowing. Your systems in the body are functioning to restore you from whatever happened before this. So now imagine that a bowl full of food is in front of you and you're eating in this state. What's going to happen is when you're eating with so much love and calm, your body is going to love you back. Your body wants to heal. Your body wants to restore, and it has this amazing ability to heal. Our body is just the way it is designed, it can bounce back from wherever we are. It's just a matter of giving it that love. Even if you don't practice so many other things that yoga or any other healing modality that are out there, this one simple thing you have with you anytime, anywhere, that that can bring you back into this restoration mode. And restoration is what we all are lacking. This is, if we want to call it a restoration, a pandemic of not restoring yourself. I don't know, lack of better word. I can't think of anything right now. But that is what we are missing right now. Nobody's giving enough time to restore themselves. Everybody's trying to move forward. I want to do this, progress. They're just looking to what is the next best thing. And when their body gives up, they pick a glass of wine and turn on something on the television. That is how the definition of relaxation is. But that is not true relaxation. In fact, you're harming yourself in that
So, are
way.
you saying that every time you are doing anything, pay attention to your breathing? And
Yes.
if there is anything that is coming to your mind, it should be your breathing than anything else
So,
that's going
so
in
the
your head.
mind part, you can't control your mind so much. If it comes. So what yoga teaches you is, if anything comes in your mind, instead of reacting to it, just be a witness to it. This has come, right? So as if, look at mind as if you're watching a television, you know, or you're watching traffic going by on the road and you're standing in the balcony. This is happening. So what people do is, this has come to my mind, people react and their whole system responds to it. Instead of doing that, just look back. Mind is doing its thing. Let it be. So being that anicca bhavna, is that neutral attitude towards the mind, is what we should we develop, and that is what you do through meditation. You develop that neutral attitude towards whatever is happening in the mind. You really can't tell, like, I'm not going to think of something. When you say, I don't want to think of the monkey is the first thing that will come in your mind, right? If I tell you,
Right.
Ashish, don't think about a monkey, don't think about a monkey, what's going to happen?
That's
Right?
the first image that you have in your head,
Exactly,
a
exactly.
monkey.
So don't do this, doesn't really work. So what works is, monkey, interesting, let it be,
Just
sort of
accept
thing.
it, basically,
Accept it.
instead of
Yeah,
reacting to it. Okay.
yeah, yeah. So
Now,
now,
for breathing, I mean, the right breathing can be going on for all 24 hours, right?
right.
You,
So to that, you finish. Sorry.
no, I was just going to say that there are so many things that you keep doing, and your mind is involved in doing those things.
Yeah,
If you take your mind out of that and focus on your breathing, then you might not be able to focus on what exactly you're doing. How do you balance that?
So there is exactly what you, this is a great segue into what I'm going to talk here. So now you want to bring this balanced, rhythmic, slow and deep breath. That is the ideal breath that you should have. You want to make it as a part of your system without thinking about it. Do you think about breathing all day? You don't. You just breathe,
No, you
right?
don't. Yeah,
It's
right.
matter of just building that in your system, building it as a habit. So to
So
bring
it's over
about,
time that you get into that habit where you
yes,
stop thinking about how you are breathing because now you are into the habit of right breathing.
yes,
But until you get
exactly.
to that, but until you get to that point, you have to be conscious about.
Yes, exactly. So now how to make anything on a larger scale, if you want to build something as a habit in your system, you have to make it as a part of your daily routine. And that is what is the homework that I'm going to give you and our audience. And I'm going to keep asking you every day if you did your homework. Okay. So
Yes,
the
you should.
homework is, yes. So the homework is every anytime you sit to eat a meal, and I hope you're not just snacking throughout the day, you're just eating two,
Yeah, I just eat twice a day.
okay, great. I think most of the people have gone to that lately. So
Yeah.
whenever food comes in front of you, take this couple minutes, put your hand in your heart, whatever we just did, breathe in. First, calm yourself down, check in with your spine, check in with your breath. Calm yourself down, breathe in twice in your heart. Two is good. If you have time to do more, fantastic. But I'm just giving the bare minimum, right? So two times, just deep inhale in your heart. Feel your heart expanding and exhale. Deep inhale. Feel the calm, feel the relaxation in you. Then same with putting your hand on your belly. Now this belly breathing is like what we say, the turning point. Because imagine there's a bag of sugar and you're trying to pour sugar in the bag, but you're holding the bag like this. What will happen?
Mm,
The
mm,
sugar will just fall at the top and then try it will spill, right? So what happens is when you inhale, most people they have gone into this wrong breathing habit. They squeeze their belly in on inhale. So you're squeezing this bag. You're not letting that air go in. And when your body's like, oh my God, what is happening? Why am I not getting the oxygen? What is, why is this whole rhythm being breaking? It's in a state of havoc, right? So when you inhale, your breath belly goes out. Exhale, belly comes in. Inhale, belly is out. Exhale, belly comes in. You do this. You make this a habit, and you have to build it in small segments throughout your day. That's why I'm giving you this little homework where you do it before your every meal, and start with nourishing yourself more. When you are and this humming. So when you are doing these three exercises, heart breathing, belly breathing, and humming before your meal, what you have done is you have triggered the parasympathetic nervous system, and now your suddenly digestive juices are flowing. You feel happy. Feel the love and gratitude for the food, whoever made that food, whoever made it available to you in front on the table right now, and also people who worked hard to grow this food, to bring it to your grocery store and eventually to your table. So feel that gratitude in your heart, feel the love for the food, and then eat it without distraction. So this is step number one, right? So two times you eat, two times you'll do this. Now let's add one more homework. So when you're driving from point A to point B, right? So
mm.
imagine instead of going for the radio, going for the phone, making a call here, thinking that if you're alone in the car, just breathe. You don't have to keep your hand on your heart, or obviously you can't keep your hand because you're driving, but just do your, focus on your breath. You can may hum a couple times. You can take deep breaths and imagine if you are in that state when you reach point B, how would it be? How would you be as a person at point B, right? And if you keep doing this, people will be like, oh my God, there's a big change in you. You're glowing, you're feeling calmer. There will be something big that will come back, and you will get out of this negative thought pattern. What happens is when your body is in this uneven state just because your breathing is not right, your thoughts are negative. So I told you, right, the breath affects the mind, mind affects the breath. It's both ways. It works both ways. So now if you're consciously changing your breath and your mind is calmer, then you think positive. You're
Mhm.
thinking right. And then when you come out of those thought patterns, you're healing yourself at at cellular level, at such deep levels that you can't even imagine. If you have any disease that might be on the stage of coming up, it will reverse itself. If there's something that's already up, it will reduce itself. If there is, yeah, I don't want to keep talking about it. I want you to do this exercise and do this for at least a week, 15 days, and note for yourself how what difference it made in your life.
Right.
And and you know we will talk about this again, and I'll talk to you for sure every day about this.
Just wanted to let you know we have a winner for our audio, the free audio that you were
Oh, we
talking about.
have.
So
Yeah.
because
So
Ishita Shah, she is part of Bharat FM as well.
yeah,
She just mentioned that बोलते हैं ना खाना feel करके खाना चाहिए.
yeah.
So true, gratitude.
Yes,
So
yes.
she also agrees to that. Yeah.
So I'll tell you the story behind the audio that we put on the event, that whoever comments will get a free audio. So I was telling Parag that, you're so stressed out all day. Why don't you do this? I'm teaching everybody you should do it at home to start with. And he's like, okay, chal tu kar. So I was sitting there, I was giving him instructions, and then he was eating like that. And I can do this through the day, and he's not going to do it. I know. So I'm like, how do I make it happen for him? So I created a little audio of this little breathing meditation, and I it's a WhatsApp, it's a video file, it's an audio file, and I've set alarm on his phone. So every couple hours the alarm will ring. When the alarm rings, you play this audio, sit there and just do it. So this is minimal effort on his part, and
Okay.
he's still doing it. So eventually it will build. So that is, in Marathi we say "Karta पण मरत नाही."
हाँ कळतं पण
So
मळत नाही.
कळतं पण वळत नाही. So
हाँ.
हे हे एकदा कळलं, आणि in if you don't understand Marathi, it's like you
No, I do
understand it, but
understand Marathi. I am
no,
from
no, you
Mumbai.
understand for audience.
For the audience.
Audience, right? You understand it, but it doesn't happen. It doesn't,
Yeah.
it doesn't become a part of your life. And I have to struggle myself after
I think
learning
the
so
problem
much.
is the acceptance. You accept it only when you see it.
Yeah,
But the problem is you need to have patience to see it
yeah.
until you get to that point.
Yeah, and something like this shows effects very, very quickly.
Yeah.
You don't have to wait too long. And
Okay.
we are in such massive state of stress that this little also can feel so relaxing. And you did it. How did you feel?
Yeah, no,
Right.
it definitely makes you feel calm. That's the most important part. The
Yeah.
moment you start focusing on your breathing, as you mentioned, all your emotions go away. I mean, you
Yeah.
become calm and relaxed. As you said, your body tells you that, okay, now you're doing the right thing. I
Yeah.
believe that's what the body is telling you.
Yes.
So
Yes.
yes, it is definitely helpful.
Yeah. So
But the
I
important part is getting into the habit of doing it. If you're
exactly.
just doing during the yoga session and the rest of the day you're not paying attention, then that's not going to help, right?
Yeah, so that is exactly why I created this audio, and I'm experimenting it with Parag, and this is my way of just making it a part of our lives, right?
Mm.
So if whoever comments on this audio, I'll be happy to share the audio with you, who comments on this video, and then I hope we help each other, and we do whatever it takes to make this whole generation breathe right, especially
Right.
our teenagers. So, I feel so bad when I look at them. I'm like, oh my God, the stress they are under. How
Right.
there is such a big life ahead of them. They should not burn out. And I feel it very strongly. And I'm like, what can I do? How can I help? And
Right.
I see my own kids, it's like, it's hard to change them. They just, the whole technology and distraction is so much a
So
part
much.
of their life
I agree. Mm.
that they don't know how to live any other way. And if we
Right.
take it away from them, they feel deprived. So
Yeah, I know. So we would
yeah,
also like to let our viewers know that uh, please let us know through your comments how this session can be made better and what do you expect out of these sessions so that
yeah,
we can improvise and bring to you what you actually expect.
yes,
We are
exactly.
doing this on an experiment basis. We don't know what exactly works, and we would like to know from you, from your feedback and comments, that this is what we are expecting and this is what we would like to see, and then we can work on that accordingly.
Yes, absolutely, Ashish. I would love to hear from everyone, and it's great to get that feedback, and then based on what people want and what they're thinking,
Yeah,
it's great to offer them,
correct.
yeah,
Agree.
from whatever I know or
Agree.
known by
And
me.
there could be like whenever we are live, I mean, this cannot happen in recorded sessions, but whenever we are live, you can actually ask us questions and we will answer them.
Yes,
And if it's a recorded session, put in a comment over there. Somebody will get back to you based on your comment.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it is. I really hope you, Ashish, you practice, and everyone who is listening, they make this one little small change in their life, and I hope it ripples, and we have this whole world around us who's breathing right and who is not going to the doctors, who is not suffering. We want a world that's happy and peaceful, and this is that one small step in the right direction, and I hope everyone does it. Happy Republic Day again, and thank you for your time, and
Thank you.
thank you for watching.
Thank you, Sapna. It
Okay,
was a wonderful session. Thank you very much.
thank you. All right.
Namaskar, Sat Sri Akal, welcome and adab. You are listening to Bharat FM, a one of its kind, multilingual, eclectic provider of entertainment, information, and news to Indian Americans. Headquartered in Cincinnati, Ohio, Bharat FM airs shows out of Cincinnati, Chicago, and Phoenix. We take pleasure in our ability to cater to your bhakti, chusti, sfurti, shakti, and masti needs with our audio and visual shows. Check out bharatfm.com for our online program schedule and archives. I'm sure the content will definitely tickle your senses. Tune in via the 24-hour web streaming on bharatfm.com or via the Bharat FM app. More information can be procured at 513-488-5070.
This is Bharat FM.
बजेगा भारत झूमेगा भारत.
ये है भारत FM.
बजेगा भारत झूमेगा भारत.